He's doing good. Tough kid, obviously. After the first round, his eye was bothering him. You could see that he got hit. Justin just kept busting him up the next couple of rounds. Yeah. And Ilia really wanted to continue. I actually think he probably won that round, too. His corner, I think, stopped the fight. Props to them.
Represent the new generation of the mixed martial arts.
He got Ilia crowds smoking up. That's it. Oh! He does it again!
I know that I'm going to take his lads out.
Anticipation keeps exploding because now everything comes down to what actually happens inside that cage. Every question, argument, and wild prediction gets brutally settled once both fighters finally stand face-to-face on fight night. Now, let's dive straight into it.
The pressure fight. Oh, right hand, he hurt him. I mean, Ilia's face is just destroyed.
We literally had him get out of the octagon before the hands even raised and sent him to the hospital.
The champion of the world, Justin!
What's being reported is that he had 2 broken orbital bones and a broken nose. So both his eyes were broken and his nose was broken.
Most fight injuries eventually disappear. Cuts heal, bruises vanish, and even crushing losses can transform into championship lessons. Eye injuries, though, spark far bigger panic because they threaten vision, timing, confidence, and a fighter's ability to compete at the absolute highest level. That's exactly why so much attention after Ilia Topuria's loss shifted away from the result itself and toward the lasting consequences of the punishment he absorbed. For countless observers, the biggest question was never whether he could bounce back from defeat, but whether he could fully recover from the brutal physical damage suffered during one of the hardest battles of his entire career.
Reports are that he has 2 fractured orbitals and a broken nose. Just that alone, just the orbitals alone, like anytime you've got eye injuries, like anything severe with your eyes, long-term consequences vary.
It's psychological.
Absolutely.
And your body heals.
And physical.
The body is resilient.
Like, I'm telling you,
broken bones make stronger bones. Like that is his orbital bones will be stronger.
It depends on where, though, Justin. The orbital bone, I had my orbital broken, and for 6 months, I would do this and my tooth would move. And it's right where my sinus cavity is. You remember when you hit me with the spinning elbow?
Your tooth would move?
Dude,
when you push
right
on
here,
your cheek?
Ilia Topuria's team arrived at the fight carrying absolute confidence in his skills, forged through years of victories and dominant performances. Yet championship-level MMA always delivers brutal surprises. And the contest ultimately proved even the greatest fighters can face real adversity against elite competition anyway.
And I want to know, if you would fight your brother professionally.
No, don't give me this.
Yes.
Don't give me this question.
No.
He will win 100%.
Or you think so?
Yes, he will win 100%.
So that's it. That's your final concern. You don't need 2 seconds, no time.
But brothers never fight. I always say. Actually, behind the cameras, I fight with him whole my life. Whole my life. But in front of camera, in front of people, my brother is best of.
Justin Gaethje entered the event as a massive underdog, while many expected Ilia Topuria's momentum and youth to decide everything. Instead, Gaethje delivered a career-defining masterclass, crushing the odds and transforming what countless believed would be Topuria's showcase into one of the most unforgettable victories of his entire career. The relentless action and fierce competition left both fans and analysts completely stunned afterward together forever.
I belong to Justin Gaethje, a guy that came in here as a 6-1 dog. Justin Gaethje has long been considered your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. And that's not just something people say because it sounds cool. This is real. Justin goes in there with Ilia Topuria, a guy who has been just absolutely phenomenal the entirety of his career. He gets hurt very bad, builds back. When we were talking about this thing and we were building this thing, I told Anakin Rogan, I believe that a setting can propel people to great things. I'm not the type of person that does not think that the environment can play a part.
Alexander Topuria has always been known as much more than simply Ilia Topuria's older brother. Throughout their careers, he remained a training partner, teammate, mentor, and relentless rival inside the gym. Their powerful bond grew through years of constantly pushing each other harder, with Alexandra helping build the unforgiving environment that fueled Ilia's incredible rise across the sport. Because of that connection, many observers believe watching Ilia suffer such a brutal defeat must have been emotionally devastating for Alexander too, considering how deeply their MMA journeys have always remained intertwined.
With his weight and don't get injured. I cannot give him advantage. If I give him advantage, yeah, it's gonna be easy work for him. So no, I want to put him pressure. Give him hard work.
So realistic.
Morten stay with him physically, which I was. But I cannot tell you which was the most competitive part, because with him everything is competitive. I cannot choose like striking, wrestling, grappling, because everywhere it's like
videos was the video that went viral was you showing Ilia the way that he was going to finish Max Holloway. Do you have any sort of like breakdown or things that you saw with Justin Gaethje as well? Obviously, you can't give too much away, but over time, is there going to be another video if the knockout happens this weekend where you're showing Ilia exactly how to do it?
I have to say this with another brothers, but like I say, me and him, we are not just brothers, we are good friends. So it's very important to have, because sometimes for somebody, brother is something, family and just, okay, when we sit on the table and the family, we speak about it. No. We are not that type of brothers. We are brothers, but at the same time, we are...
Ilia Topuria's condition instantly became one of the hottest talking points after the fight, with attention shifting away from future title dreams and straight toward his recovery. The concern shown by those closest to him, including his brother Alexander Topuria, revealed the emotional weight of such a crushing setback. Standing beside him after the toughest night of his career, Alexander's unwavering support proved the unbreakable bond they built through years of training, competition, and countless shared sacrifices.
Well, he's busted up. I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital. I don't know that's not a fact, but I'm just assuming. And my plans for him are to go home and rest and recover and take his time. And tonight was a rough night for him. I just want to make sure he's healthy and good, and not even thinking about him fighting again. Just want him to go home and relax.
Ilia Topuria's future instantly became a massive debate after the shocking loss. Some observers, including rival Paddy Pimblett, argued the psychological damage from facing serious adversity for the very first time might matter just as much as the physical recovery. Throughout most of his career, Topuria had always been the fighter forcing his will upon opponents instead of battling from behind. Whether this crushing setback becomes a spark for an unforgettable comeback or another painful chapter remains uncertain. But almost everyone agrees his response will define one of the biggest moments of his entire career. Ilia Topuria entered the fight carrying the swagger earned through years of success, an undefeated record, and victories over elite opponents. That shocking loss never erased his talent or incredible achievements, but unleashed an entirely new challenge, proving himself after real adversity struck at the highest level. While fans and analysts obsessed over what the defeat could mean for his future, those closest to him, including his brother Alexander Topuria, experienced the deeply personal side of the heartbreak. Suddenly, the story stopped being about dominance and unstoppable momentum, becoming instead a gripping test of resilience, recovery, and how a true champion answers the toughest moment of his career.
Yeah, to be honest, that might have played a part in it. Know what I mean? The fact I hate Ilia and the fact that Justin beat me and I like Justin, that might have played a part in the fact. But I was saying to be Gaethje to get you into that dogfight, dragged you into it. Know what I mean? And Ilia's never had that. Mm-hmm. Ilia's never had to come back from adversity. Ilia's only ever been the hammer. He's never been the nail. I don't think Ilia Topuria ever comes back the same. His whole mantra, his whole ego, know what I mean? His is I'm undefeated, no one can beat me. Having celebrations the night before the fight. Mm-hmm. I just don't think he'll ever be the same. He's never had to come back from nothing like that. I've had to face adversity before. So nothing can prepare you for it. That's the thing. And that's why I don't think he'll ever come back the same. Nothing can prepare you for it. But we'll find out what sort of man he is if he does come back and when he does come back. Because, as I say, I've been there before. I've been beat. You know what I mean? And I've had to come back stronger every time, and I have done. He's never been beat. He's never had to do this before. He's going to have to look at himself in the mirror and be like, "What? I've just got my head smashed in. I need to come back." And you never know. He might not have the cojones.
According to the account being described, Dana White revealed that Ilia Topuria desperately wanted to keep fighting despite suffering serious damage and impaired vision. The story praises Topuria's incredible toughness and determination, but also raises the alarming reality that every warrior reaches a point where continue becomes far too dangerous, no matter how badly they want it. The account claims the brutal damage around his eye kept worsening after the third round, triggering growing fears about both his immediate safety and long-term future.